Hello, you guys. How are you? Welcome to the Is Blogging Dead series. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Kelli. And today we're tackling the question that so many of you guys have been asking. We've seen it everywhere. Not just asking of us, but asking of the entire World Wide Web. Is blogging still a way to make money in 2025? This is actually going to be one of an entire series that we're doing this year. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss a single video. We're going to be talking about Pinterest. Is it dead? Email. Is it dead? Is SEO dead? We're even going to talk about short form content over the next few weeks. Is it dead?
Is it dead? Or are we just stuck in internet history like MySpace? Remember that? How long ago was MySpace? I mean, my kids talk about MySpace like we were riding covered wagons and horses to get around.
Right, and using cutting it in concrete. Y'all, MySpace was like, we ranked our friends. Do y'all remember? You ranked your friends.
I don't remember that. No.
You could have your top 10 friends, and if somebody was mean, you took them out. And everybody knew who your top 10 friends were.
But I do remember very much oversharing over there.
But look, blogging has seriously come a long way since then, right? Since the early 2000s. And we're here to share the truth about whether it's still worth your time and, more importantly, your energy. And is it even going to make you money?
Right. If you're a blogger, or maybe you want to start a blog, maybe you are just now at a place where you're like, you know what? I think I want to start a blog, but you're worried that it's too late. You need to stick around because there is some really, really good news for you. And we're going to share that with you.
Yeah. Blogging is not dead. It's just evolving. So let's break that down.
Let's break it down, shall we? Okay. It's like we've said, since we started training bloggers over in the Learn to Blog Better Facebook group and way back in the day over in Google Plus Hangouts, the only consistent thing in this space is that it is constantly changing. And this just continues to prove that.
Okay. So first things first, blogging as we used to know it, it's kind of dead. You can't just write 300 words about your favorite recipe. I mean, even back when I started, you didn't even have to have images. But then Pinterest came along. So then we were throwing in stock photos and we were making tons of money, right?
Yep. I want to say, Kelli just said something really important. We've been blogging so long that when we first started blogging, there were no pictures. You didn't put pictures in a blog post. Pinterest changed that in 2011 for us, okay? So here's the thing. Blogging is not dead. We've already said that, but I'm going to say it again because it's worth repeating. Blogging is not dead. It's actually growing, but it looks really different right now than what it looked in 2011, in 2008, in whatever year it was that you put out your first blog post, okay? And here's the other thing. You have to keep up. If you don't, you're going to become irrelevant, okay?
Yeah. So for starters, Google now seriously prioritizes high-value content, not just what you think is high value, right? Because we all think our content is high value.
Right.
It means blogs with useful, detailed, even expertly researched blog posts are going to win big. We're talking guides, tutorials, solutions to real problems that real people have.
And that's the thing. Solutions to real problems. We're going to come back to that. Don't forget, people need blogs now more than they've ever needed them before. Okay. They're looking for answers. Yes. People are looking for answers. When we were kids, we had encyclopedias. You had an encyclopedia. I remember you've talked about, y'all had a whole thing of, we had
we had Britannica and World Book. Okay. My mom made sure that I had all of my research.
So if you had a question, you went to the encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works.
Or the library.
Right? Your people are looking for answers and they don't want an encyclopedia. Okay. They're looking for answers to things like how to start a podcast or the best homeschooling tips. I've been homeschooling for a long time. Kelli's been homeschooling for a long time. We're people that know things and we want to share things. Maybe they're looking for fashion trends for women over 40.
Yeah, things that you couldn't find in an encyclopedia. Is my child autistic? How do I raise my autistic child?
Right. Right. How do we hear the stories of women that are in their 50s and dealing with menopause and we weren't ready for this? Like, whatever it is, you're not going to find that in an encyclopedia, right? Your content can fill in these gaps. And Google, I want you to remember this, Google is not the only place that you need to focus your time and attention, because it is not the only place that you want referral traffic. Okay.
Right.
I want you to remember that.
Right, exactly. Blogging, but here, guys, hear me. Hear me when I say this. Blogging now has become less about you, the creator. It's not about you. It's not Dear Diary. It's now more about them. It's about your audience. And that is one of the biggest shifts. It's no longer a diary on the internet, right? We are now online magazines. How are you solving the problem that your readers have?
Yes. So I want to say, you just said something really important. It's no longer a diary on the internet. When a lot of us first started blogging, that's what we started with. That's what we were talking about. And it didn't need a picture, right? We were talking about how my first blog post at CrystalandComp.com was a story about my twins who were 2, and they broke 17 eggs in my living room while I was on a phone call with a customer in another room. Okay. And now those twins are about to be 19. Like, things have changed. Now we're writing about solving problems like Kelli just said. But here's the deal. Here's what I want you to understand. Don't panic. Because what we're going to share with you today and what we've shared so far is not bad news. If you focus on being helpful and serving your readers, you can seriously grow your blog in a meaningful, but also a profitable way. Because the bottom line is you're here to make money. Okay?
Yeah, people don't, for the most part, people don't care that you rehabbed your entire house. Mm-hmm. What they care about is how you did it, so that they can do it, or so that they can do pieces of it. Right? Right. And we're going to show you guys for the end of the video. I promise we're going to show you how you can do that. So.
All right. So for those of you that like numbers, if we were encyclopedias, this is what we would say. Did you know 78% of people still read blogs for information?
78% of people.
Okay. Guys,
that is huge.
That stat says it all. People are still reading blogs and reading content. You just have to show up in the right way. You have to meet people where they're at. Okay. We're going to talk more about that.
So the question is no longer, is blogging dead? It's now, how has blogging evolved? What do you need to know if you want to stand out as a blogger in 2025?
So much has changed. So much has changed. Do you remember the days when using keywords 50 times in one blog post was actually a thing? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Back when you'd write best cheesecake recipe 5 times in one sentence and Google would actually reward you. Yeah.
Right. But you can't do that anymore. Now it's all about personalization. Okay. It's about offering real value. Google is smarter. And so is your audience. Just like when we first started using Facebook, if you had 100 friends, you saw all of their things all the time. And then Google or Facebook said, we have to have an algorithm here, right?
Right, because now people have 1,000 friends and there's no way they can see everybody.
And some of your friends share like 8 times a day. I don't know why, but they do. Okay. So it's the same thing. The blogging space and industry has changed. And with those changes, we have to improve because end users desire a better user experience. Okay.
Yes. So. Yes. Another big shift, diversification of platforms. Your blog is not just on a computer anymore. It's not in a vacuum. People are finding your blogs on their phone, through Instagram, through TikTok, through YouTube. They're finding it on their laptop through Pinterest. They're finding it in Apple news feeds, right? They're finding your blog everywhere, or they should be, right? You have to think of your blog as the hub, as the platform that all these other platforms are the spokes off of that hub, right? Think about a tire, a wheel, right?
Yep.
This is the hub. The spokes are all the other platforms that keep that thing grounded and in the center. Yeah.
I think that's really important. I really want for you guys to focus right now on your blog being a hub. Okay. Your blog is the place where you convert your audience into loyal followers, whether that means getting them on your email list, whether that means getting them to buy your products, whether that means getting them to sign up for an affiliate product that you promote. And here's the thing, that TikToker that doesn't have a blog, when TikTok, should it go away, or
Again.
or when it stops being the platform where everybody's at. Hello, do you remember Periscope? Do you remember how long that lasted? It's gone. Like, that happens in this
MySpace.
That happens in this space. So
Google Plus, Periscope.
What is that hub that you're going to send them back to? Having your blog is gold, because it is that place that you can send them back to as this industry continues to evolve.
But that brings us to another change. Your blog itself might not be your only moneymaker anymore, right? It's not just ads or affiliate. Instead, it's that foundation where you're building everything and everything else.
Yep. So what does that include? Sponsorships, products, services, courses, you name it. 2025 blogging is less, potentially, ads on your blog and more about monetizing your expertise.
Yes. And speaking of expertise, this is where you have an edge as a blogger. Don't underestimate how much your unique voice and knowledge can cut through the noise. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Guys, it's less about being perfect and more about being authentic. All right. That's why people love you on TikTok. That's why people love you on Instagram. That's why people love you on YouTube. You got to be authentic on your blog too. Show up as you. Yes. Be intentional about the topics that you cover and how you provide value. We can't today write about car care, how to change a tire on a car and how to change your oil on a car. And next week we're talking about, all the tips for getting dinner on the table. Like, we have to be cohesive. We can't just follow all the trends. Okay. We have to find our lane, get in it, stay in it, and drive. All right.
So
that's what I want you guys to do.
Can we get to the good stuff? What we're known for?
Please.
We're not known for SEO. We're not known for your email list. We're not known for Pinterest, although we rock all of those things. What we're known for is our actionable task teaching method. That's what we're known for. We don't just tell you things. We give you tasks. So let's get to them. Here's how you can adapt your blog to thrive in 2025. Ready?
So number 1, focus on high quality evergreen content. This means content that always is relevant and continues to bring you traffic down the line. Okay. Evergreen. It's going to do well January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, all the time. Take the time to create helpful guides. Take the time to create how-tos. Make sure that you are creating some long form posts. Okay. Yes. Consistently.
Yes.
Number 2,
you got to lean into SEO, not the spammy kind, please. It's not the best cheesecake recipe 50 times, right? Mm-hmm. What I want you to do is do some research into your own data so that you can provide Google the things that they're already trying to show you for. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Number 3, use visuals to your advantage. That means Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram. These visuals are going to pull people into your blog. Remember that blog is a main hub, but also make sure your actual blog posts are visually engaging with great images and even embed video. Okay.
Yes. And number 4, build an email list.
I love that.
Gosh, you've got to build an email list. We waited too long. Okay. So we know this is voice of experience. Social media trends, search engine trends, they changed constantly. They change every time we blink. Mm-hmm. But your email list belongs to you. If you're not doing it already, you need to start now. Right now.
We waited too long to do it right. Okay, really. I mean, there is a science to all of this. We waited too long to do it right. So, number 5, monetize smarter.
Yes.
Don't rely just on ads. And honestly, if you are relying just on ads, you're doing the same thing that we tell you not to do, right? When it comes to traffic, you can't rely on all of your traffic from Google. You can't rely on all of your traffic from Pinterest. You can't rely on all of your profits from one place. You need to be thinking about courses, getting published, affiliate marketing, even creating exclusive content for subscribers. Okay. We need multiple income streams so that when one is not doing as great, the others are doing well. All right.
Right. Yes.
Think about that.
Yes. And last but not least, I feel like we can't stress this one enough. You have got to stay consistent.
Mhm.
Success in blogging isn't overnight. I mean, it's seriously just like weight loss, right? It's not, I don't eat anything this week, so now I'm 40 pounds lighter. It's cutting back a little bit every single day. Every day. Success in blogging, it's not overnight. It's just like weight loss, right? You've got to schedule it, batch it, show up, even when you don't want to, even when it feels like nobody's watching. You have to be consistent.
Because trust us, they're watching. Even if you can't tell right away that they're watching, I can't tell you how many times I put in the very beginning, I put blog posts out and I'd be like, oh, I'll come back and make it better later. Nobody's reading this. Nobody's reading this. Only my mother and my mother-in-law are reading it. Boy, was I wrong. So how to thrive in 2025 when it comes to blogging. There's 6 things. Number 1, high quality evergreen content. Number 2, smart, natural SEO. Number 3, leverage your visuals. Number 4, build that email list. Number 5, diversify income streams. And number 6, be consistent. Okay.
There you have it. Blogging is not dead. It is alive and it is ever evolving.
And the good news is you're not too late. You're just in time to position yourself for success and to position yourself as the guru and authority for what you're passionate about. Okay.
And if you found this helpful, make sure you give us a like, hit subscribe, turn on those notifications. We have so much more coming in our brand spanking new Is Blogging Dead series.
There you go. And drop us a comment below if you don't mind. We would love that. What's one thing about blogging that you're struggling with right now? We would love to help you. We've been doing this a long time. We can help you. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. And remember, blogging is what you make of it. You've got this.
Yep. We'll see you in the next video. And we go live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time here on YouTube. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.